Okay, so we're going to continue our look at Enter Sandman here with checking out the verse. The verse is extremely simple here, and all you need to do is get a nice, good palm muting sound going in the right hand to really make this this section have a good effect. So we're going to just use the open 6th string and the 2nd fret on the 5th string. So that's the E power chord. We're just going to hit those 2 strings, and we're going to have a nice heavy palm mute right here. Okay, so just get a nice percussive sound like that. And the actual rhythm we're going to be doing is just pretty similar to just that. It's going to be this. All right, so we start out with just that hit, and then we're going to do the palm muting. That's 5 hits with the palm muting, and then you're going to play the 1st fret power chord on the 6th string. So that's going to be your 1st fret on the 6th string, and then the 3rd fret on the 5th. You're going to hit that power chord, kind of accent that without it being muted. So lift up your palm just briefly when you hit it, and then come right back to the muted section, and then back to this chord, then back to the muted. So far we get this. All right, so we're back at the muted there, and we're going to put that same ending that we kind of did on the main riff. There's just going to be a slight alteration in it, but it's going to be the same chords. Instead of this, when we picked every note before, went. Now we're going to do this. So basically, it's all the same. We hit the 3rd fret power chord on the 6th string. And then we do the muted section just as like just the same as we did at the main riff in the previous video. Open, then 2, then the open string. Then you're gonna come back down with 2 and pick that. So that's all we're gonna have that's like muted here, where we're gonna pick it. Okay? When you come back down with this, like this, you play the 2 there. Come back to the 3 and pick that and slide it down to 2. And that's how you end the riff. So it goes. And then you start over. Okay, so that's the verse section. Now we have the pre-chorus section, and this is basically just kind of raising, it's a key change from when we did the intro, the little, this is basically transposed up a step, the whole step, to F sharp. So what we're going to do here is going to play the 2nd fret on the 6th string, then the 4th fret on the 4th string, that little octave here, and then come over and grab the 2nd fret with your 1st finger on the 3rd string. Then come to this 5th string and play 3, then 2. And then end it with your pinky back on that 4th fret on the 4th string. We have this. And then you start over. So we got it's the same rhythm as the intro, little clean intro riff. Okay, then he does a little slide down the 6th string, and that takes us to the chorus. Chorus is very simple too as well. We're going to play the 2nd fret power chord, the F sharp power chord off the 6th string. 2nd fret on the 6th, 4th fret on the 3rd, the 5th string. You play that, nothing's muted here, no palm muting. Come over now to the 5th string and play the power chord built off the 3rd fret there on the 5th string. Pick that and slide it back 1 fret. So we have this. Now you're going to repeat that 3 times. Okay, so after we've done that 3 times, and make sure you listen to the song to get that exact phrasing of the rhythm down. You have the open E chord, hit open, and we have a little lead fill here that Kirk Hammett does while this is held. So we're going to try to do both parts. We're just going to hit this chord, and then the little lead lick is this. And this, just slide to the 7. This is going to be muted, the little lead lick, so make sure, just kind of mute the notes a little bit. So we slide to 7 on the 5th string, then 5 on the 4th, back to 7. So basically, this is going to start it here. This is like a little pedal tone lick. We're going to keep coming back to the 7. So first we're going to slide to the 7, and then we're going to start the lick really here. It's going to go 5, 7, 5 being on the 4th string, and then down to that 7 on the 5th string. Now you're going to play 7 on the 4th string, then back down to that original 7 on the 5th. So we had this. Then come over to the 4th string on the 3rd string at the 4th fret. Pick that 4 and come down to the 5th fret on the 4th string. Now in the recording, he plays this, and he goes and he plays the 4 on the right behind it on the 4th string. But that's right when you grab the new chord. So I think it sounds better if you're playing this by yourself to just do this. Just go back and grab the riff again, so to kind of sound more like the song. So we have this 3 times. Then back to the riff one more time. So you just went back to that F sharp slide down riff here, and then back to this. So instead of doing it 3 times, we're doing it just once, and then we're going to that open E. And he has another little lead lick here. Okay, and that's sliding to 7 again. Then we're going to play 4, 7, so 4 being on the 4th string, and then the 7 being on the 5th, and then the 5th on the 4th string, back to that 7, and then 7 on the 4th string, and back to the 7 on the 5th. Okay, then we have that same ending again, those same chords. But we're just going to play it a little bit differently again here. We're going to slide more of the notes. We're going to start with the 3, and then the 6th string open, then the 2, then open. Then you're going to, when you come back down with this last 2, you're going to pick it, slide up to 3, then back down. So it's just a little bit more sliding. You're sliding 1 chord earlier each time. So we have this. Okay, so that is the entire chorus there. After you do this chorus, it goes back to the main riff of the song, which we did in the first video, the main. Okay, so now you're going to see, though, there's going to be a couple of fills here we need to talk about. This has a wah pedal on the solo, so I mean you'll hear on the recording, but we're going to do it without the wah pedal. There's going to be 2 fills to learn here. The first one is this. So that is just the 12 double stops at the 2nd and 3rd string with your 1st string. Then come to the 14 on the 4th string. Then back to those 2 12s on the 2nd and 3rd. And then lay your bar with your 3rd finger across the 2 14s on the 2nd and 3rd string. And pick that, and then pick it again and pull those 2 notes off to the 2 12s. So we have this. And then grab the 14 with your third finger. And then come back to the 12s. Now we're going to grab those 14s again and just pull it downwards. You're just kind of giving this kind of an out of tune, like kind of a train effect here. Pulling both strings at the same time, 2nd and 3rd strings. And then end it with just, it sounds good. It's kind of like a really kind of this sound right here. It goes, wow, it's kind of a lot of wah pedal going on. But to really reproduce it, you're going to have the 2 12s to make it on the 1st string, and 1st and 2nd string, and just go hit those 2 together with a wah pedal. So we got this. Then we go, so that was at the end of the main riff that we did that was taking us back to the 2nd verse of the song. So as you're in the middle of playing the second verse of the song, though, we have another little lick, which is a little bit less involved than the one we just did, but it's in the same area, and that one's like this. So that's just those two 12s again. So you're going to play the 14. Just do it down up on it. On the 14 with your third finger on the fourth string. You can actually just kind of mute the strings if you like without hitting that 14. It's just kind of mute, and then hit the two 12s on the second, third string. And do that a couple times. So while you would end up hitting those 12s 3 times, and then come over and end the lick with the 14th fret on the 4th string. And that one's with a wah pedal as well. Then all the rest of the sections remain the same, going through the the pre-chorus and the chorus, and that takes us to the solo. Okay, so stay tuned for that one, it's fun.